Welcome back, boys and girls. In literacy this week, we are going to be reading some poems. Now, we've read poems in the classroom together before. Do you remember the poem about the green giant? And I just read it to you, and you had to draw what you were picturing in your mind. And also, My Neighbor's Dog is Purple. We read that one right before we left as well. Those were examples of poems. Today's poem I'd like to read you is called Animal Homes. We've been talking about animal characteristics in both science and in literacy, so I thought this would be a great poem to read for you today. Animal homes. On top of a mountain or under the sea, there are so many places where creatures may be. Alone in a desert, or grouped on a farm, or tucked in a tree trunk, away from all harm. On bright sunny grasslands, or in a dark cave, in jungles and forest, where all must be brave. On ice in the Arctic, or holed underground, there are so many places where creatures can be found. So animals live all over the world in many different places, and they make their homes in many different places. Some live in the mountains, some live in the water. Some go in tree trunks and build their homes. We've read about animals that burrow underground, like the groundhog and gophers. Well, here's some examples of some books I have here at home with me. I read you this book this past week, Desert Animals. So let's take a quick look at some of the animals that can be found in the desert. Okay, this one here was the horned toad. Hummingbirds. This one was the Gila monster. Jackrabbits. Those are examples of desert animals. Here's some that live in the jungle. The giraffe, out in the savanna, the prairie, the savannas. Giraffes can. Rhinoceros. Lions. Different examples. Baboons and chimps. Different animals. There's another great picture of a giraffe. All right. Remember when we read this book? These were animals that live in a farm. There's a cow. The owl. Pig. Chicken and goat. Okay. What about animals that live where the pond is? Let's look. Frog. And then I think there was a duck. Ducks like to be near a pond. Let's see if some other animals that joined. A pig. Not necessarily a pond animal, but there might be a pond on their farm. There's a sheep. So these are other examples of animals. Have you ever seen an animal that looked like this? I might read this book maybe next week or the week after. This is a peacock with some hens. There's a dog. That's a great animal. I bet you know how to draw a dog. Let's see if I can find the peacock. There's the peacock. Okay. So those are examples of animals. And what I would like you to do this week is pick any animal you'd like. Any animal. And then write a sentence about that animal and try to use a verb in the sentence. So now let me put my board down here and let's write a sentence. I think I'll do, let me see what animal I'd like to do. How about a cow? Start my sentence at the left and go to the right. The cow went in. The cow went in the barn. I want to be a level 6 writer, so I'm going to add another sentence. He drank some water. All right, so what was the cow doing? He was drinking his water. He drank some water. Now, before I say if my sentence is done or not, I've got to go back and check my work. Remember we said that we go back and we edit our work. I got to make sure I did everything I was supposed to do. Now, to save time, Mrs. Behringer did do everything she was supposed to do, but I'm going to just go walk you through it to make sure and show you what I mean. Did I start with a capital? Yes. Did I go from the left to the right? Yes. When I ran out of room, I came back here to the left. Did I leave spaces between my words? Yes. Did I spell my sight words correctly? Here's a sight word, the. It's spelled T-H-E. Here's one, in. Now remember, if you don't know how to spell your sight words, look at your list. Okay. Did I end my sentences with punctuation? Both of these sentences need a period. There's my period there. And over here is a period. Now, all of these words may be words that you don't know how to spell, so ask a grown-up for help. And if a grown-up can't help you because they're working on something else, that's okay. Sound it out the best you can. Take your time and do your very best work. Boys and girls, I want to see some great sentences for your assignment this week. Remember, pick one animal and write a sentence about the animal using a verb in your sentence. Remember, verbs show action. Do your very best work. When you're finished with your work, take a picture and send it to Mrs. Behringer so I can give you credit. Remember, only one animal and a sentence to go along with it. Bye for now, boys and girls.